It's been a little while and I'm back at home. My home. I love my home. I'm back and I wanted to take a moment to kind of share what else I do with my time. I don't really tell much about that. So I'm gonna do that because coming back into my own space, I was like, all right, let's reassess everything, right? I have a little business going. I'm gonna show you about it and kind of explaining it a little bit has helped me see what I need to work on, what areas I need to tidy up or, improvement, room for improvement. Where is the room for improvement? And take a moment and show you that. I want to say happy May. It's May. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure yesterday was like January. Happy mid-spring. I think we're mid-spring now? I don't know. Not too much left until summer. Whoa, heat. That's all I can say. It's coming. I hope you all are and have been enjoying this spring so far. All the blooms and the colors and the shifting from the gray to the flower-filled. It's been really lovely in these parts and in the western parts where I was last month. So I hope you got a little taste of that on your own time. All right, let me just edit this thing and let you watch me explain Die Hard, Stay Soft. Hi. I started a business about 6 or 7 months ago, and I don't think I've ever directly talked about it or mentioned it, and barely showed y'all things that I've been working on for that. I believe I posted something, a print that I had made a while back, and that is something that I end up doing and using for my business, but it's not the only thing. Yeah, I have a bunch of work that I've been cranking out and making over the last 6-7 months for this business that I have neglected to show. So I'm gonna show you some stuff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so concrete. Yeah, I've been making a lot of concrete vessels and trays, all kinds of sizes. It was like coaster sized and some shapes, hearts and some squares. I've got all kinds. I've got big trays, small trays, these little votive holders. Yeah, as well as some bigger planters, 6-inch babies, and more candle holders. Yeah, I'll show you this one a little closer. They're really quite sweet. This one's a pain in the butt to get out of the mold. So sometime in the end of last summer, I started playing with concrete. I started buying molds, silicone molds, and playing with dyeing them different colors. So, like so. Playing around with the different textures that you can get with them. Really just figuring out how this medium works. I'm still figuring it out. It's a process like anything else. So along with making paintings and drawings and these videos, which you have seen, those things, I've also been making all of this stuff. Yeah, so I started making them and amassing the different shapes and the different vessels and whatnot, and realizing, oh wow, what am I doing with all this concrete, all these goods? Like, some of them are just Oh, the texture on this one is just real bananas. Good times, good times. And yeah, I found a way to sell them without having a brick and mortar. They look really nice with jewelry on them. And that was basically to find these local artisanal markets. So, you know, like a craft market, craft fair. They happen quite often in these parts. And was at the same time struggling with trying to find a community. And when I started doing these markets, I met so many amazing people, makers, creators, business owners, even the people that orchestrate these events. It have been just such a joy to meet, and yeah, to be thrown into that community has been really, really great. So yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to share that for some reason. It's a side that I don't really talk about ever, and it's been so great. It's been so nourishing for me in so many ways. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of concrete. And yeah, if you'd watched some videos, if you followed me on Instagram, you will see some of these things. I don't know how this one hasn't sold yet. I think it's pretty groovy. I think that living in Texas and having a very like California mindset about imagery still plays a role in that. So yeah, these are chanterelle mushrooms, which I think are just so beautiful. And then these are some anamitas printed on there. Yeah, just playing around. I also have a lot of prints that I've made of these things, so it's not just on the concrete that I'm block printing. Let me show. Yeah, so I had printed on paper as well. So I have a couple of framed examples that I usually bring out to the markets I do. Pardon the glare. I don't even know if you can see that through the glare. But yeah, some prints. I have gold and white of the Anamita one. But yeah, it's just been a very fun figuring out of how to make sense of making a little bit, because you, as a maker, as an artist, there's no like how-to books on this stuff. There probably are. I take that back. There's probably plenty, but I think that is overwhelming and daunting. So someone that just keeps making a lot of different things, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it a little more cohesive, make it a little more, I think what it is called now is branding it to be all the same. So I also started bringing out some paintings, some smaller paintings, and I'm trying to incorporate all the makings I do, because I think there is some sort of similar aesthetic, which I'm trying to assess to make that make sense. You know, I think there is some sort of commonality between these hard goods. I think there is some sort of connection. Yeah, I love it. I love making all the things, and I have such a good time when I do markets. I meet new people, I get to talk about the process of making all these things, from the paintings to the block prints to the concrete. It's such a delight. Yeah, and also like getting people's feedback, and then the cherry on top is people buy it. Oh, I love that. This is the other side of Andrea Willem's small business called Die Hard, Stay Soft. Quite a little collection I have here. And this is most of it. And these are some that I've just finished sealing a couple days ago, and they've dried fully. So I just get to put the little cork bumpers on the bottom of them. and they're good to go. I love this work. So yeah, also making some soft goods as well for the stay soft part of Die Hard. And I made a lot of tie-dye things. Who knows, the sky is kind of the limit. I would love to do some weaving. I would love to get into making some crochet products and dyeing them. Yeah, I make a lot of things. Thanks for joining me in this little tour of stuff. I'm so proud of this shelf, which I got just before I left to California to put all these boxes on. And before it was just a pile of boxes in the corner of my house, which, you know, clutter is not very conducive to clear mental state. So it feels really good to be able to have an ability to keep it tidy. That's good. I love that. Keeping it out of the way. This is what I fill my time with. A lot of like, ooh, what else could I make? And a lot of, ooh, how can I sell that? How I can weave it into this aesthetic that I have going already. You know, I just keep making it. I guess I just want to say that if you make it, there's a way to get it out and into people's hands. You know? Like there's not a one path to do this. There are billions of ways to get your voice heard. It just takes so much self-confidence and leaning into your support groups. So if you don't have those things, it is really, really, really difficult. You know, we create our own roadblocks, basically. If I could have heard that from my own mouth decades ago, I'd be in a very different position. But it's taken me this long to kind of realize, oh, this work is really good. I like it. I think other people will like it. And then going out there and making that happen. Yeah, it ain't easy, but you can do it. Yeah, you can. I believe in you. Thanks for sticking around and watching this little tour of all the things I make. It's good to enjoy the things you do, right? I get a lot of joy out of making. Yeah. Now you've seen what I do with my time, with my energy, with my efforts, besides making these little videos, which are incredibly helpful to kind of work out some ideas with. So having said that, thanks for giving me this opportunity to express myself in a very different way. I'm like, vlogs? Are these vlogs? Is this considered a vlog? It's very helpful for my practice, and I hope you get something out of it at the same time. So yeah, gonna be getting into some painting this week now that I've kind of settled down a little bit, having been gone. I've been back for a week now. Now I get to find a routine again, which is fun. It's always kind of an adventure in itself. So I'll be making some painting soon, and you'll probably see a lot of process videos coming up out of that. Okay, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, wherever you are, wherever it finds you, and take care of yourselves, okay? Thanks so much. Bye.